All right, Bears fans, we're going to break down Sunday Night Football in just a few moments. And my God, another disaster. 5th straight loss for Chicago. Is it time to blow it up? It's time to blow it all up in Chicago. If you think it is, like this video. Gut the front office. Fire Nagy and the coaching staff. Get a new quarterback. Shake up the roster. Is it time? Like this video if you think it is. Lots to get into. Mitch Trubisky made his return tonight. We talk about that and this entire game on today's episode of Chicago Bears Now. So the Bears lose 41-25 against the Green Bay Packers here on Sunday Night Football. And no, it was not that close. Like I said, we'll break it all down. Bears get 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, including a 2-point conversion. This game was 41-10 after 3 quarters. An absolute demolition from Green Bay, as Chicago did not belong on the same field as them. It is as simple as that. This was brutal. This was ugly. This was a disaster from start to finish for the Chicago Bears. So describe this loss in one word. I will make this the pinned comment on today's video. Describe the Bears' loss to the Packers in one word. Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section. We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. You guys can reply right there. One word, your thoughts on tonight's loss. So Mitchell Trubisky did return for Chicago tonight, and mixed bag. I thought the Bears' offense actually moved probably slightly better overall than the offense had under Nick Foles over the past 5, 6, 7 weeks. But at the end of the day, a pretty below average performance, right? 26-46, 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 awful picks, especially the second one. Also lost a fumble too. That was a scoop and score. Quarterback rating of under 75. That's not very good overall. Offense moved a little bit, but some of those numbers inflated in the fourth quarter as well when the Packers are dropping 8 into coverage and not pressuring Trubisky at all and giving him easy completions. He's not the answer. I keep telling you guys this. Look, play him the rest of the year. I got no problem with that. There's no upside to playing Foles the rest of the year. At least with Trubisky, hell, you spent a number 2 overall pick on him, so I got no problem playing him the rest of the season. But you can't tell me after watching him tonight and after what we've seen over the past 3 years now that Mitchell Trubisky is going to be the answer here. He's just not. You guys can say whatever you want about Matt Nagy. If you want to fire him, I got no problem with that. But you just can't convince me that Trubisky under a better coaching staff would just save the day. He can't read defenses. The second pick, it's triple coverage, doesn't see it. First pick, the safety's over the top, doesn't see it. Guys, he predetermines a lot of his passes. He's mobile, he's athletic, he makes some good throws at times, but he's not the long-term solution. That is just a fact, whether you want to believe it or not. Grade Trubisky's game tonight, A, B, C, D, or plus. D plus, C minus. I mean, I don't know. Like, you guys know me. I'm not a Trubisky guy, and you know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm right and you're wrong. Like, he's just not the answer. Like, I think he can be a quality backup in this league, just like Nick Foles. I think Nick Foles is a quality backup in the NFL. They both suck. They're not starting quarterbacks. Like, they're not top 32 NFL quarterbacks. Like, they're backups. D plus. I'll give Trubisky not an F because he did some good things. The Bears offense moved. They scored 25 points for only the 3rd time this year. But remember, 15 of those points in the fourth quarter, and the game was out of reach. Hey, I was wrong. I said bet the under the rest of the season. Over crushed tonight, and that's because the Bears defense got absolutely trucked. But if you want to bet on Bears games, on NFL games, you can do it at one place and one place only. That's chatsports.com/betin or chatsports.com/betil. Bet Rivers will give you a 100% deposit bonus when you get going at one of those 2 links. Why the 2 different links, you ask? Chatsports.com/betin. That's for you folks in the state of Indiana. Chatsports.com/betil. That is for you Illinois folks. You can sign up and deposit from anywhere in the United States, but to place a bet, you must be within state lines of one of those 2 states. So get going with Bet Rivers at chatsports.com/betin or chatsports.com/betil. Go ahead and make some money. I still think betting the under will be the good play moving forward, but hell, this defense did not look very good tonight. And Aaron Rodgers made this defense look absolutely pathetic at times. The volume stats aren't there, but just an absolute clinic. 21 of 29, 211 yards, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers, passer rating of over 132. Aaron Rodgers just owns the Bears. He just owns the Bears. Bears can't avoid him. It's just painful. It never goes away. You can't get rid of this guy. That's why when I've brought up the idea, or when people have asked if the Bears could trade for him, should they? I'm like, hell yes, because I don't care how old he is. At least you wouldn't have to play the guy anymore. He's still playing like an MVP. Now, I think Patrick Mahomes will win MVP, but Rodgers is right there behind him and Russell Wilson. A-Rod is having a great year. Had another great game tonight. The Packers had absolutely no answer, or the Bears had absolutely no answers for him or Davante Adams. Adams' stats aren't gaudy. He could have had 150 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns. He was open all night long. This Bears defense, guys, it was not good tonight. Tony Dungy even said on the broadcast that he thought they quit at times. Now, I'm not going that far, but you give up 41 points in a game that you're never competitive in. 41 points in 3 quarters, by the way. Green Bay, they're a great team. Aaron Rodgers is an MVP candidate, but they're not tackling dudes in the second half. Jamal Williams is just running through 4 dudes and route to a touchdown. Aaron Jones can't tackle him. No prayer of staying in front of Davante Adams. And by the way, a glaring thing that is starting to show up the last few weeks, this team doesn't get pressure a lot. This team needs a guy in the middle of that defensive line. Certainly missed Akeem Hicks tonight, but Khalil Mack didn't show up tonight. Robert Quinn, a couple tackles, but once again, that $70 million contract is looking more and more like an absolute disaster. Man, it is not pretty if you are a Bears fan right now. That's why I said like the video if it's time to blow things up, because, man, this thing is going south very, very quickly. Here's the deal, though. 5 straight losses. It's bad, but you know what? We're not going anywhere. A lot of Bears channels on YouTube, you watch, they're just going to fade away into the abyss. They're gonna go away. They're going to say, oh, my team's losing. I'm not into this anymore. We're not going anywhere. We're ramping up our coverage. I want to get videos every single day on the channel. We got like 5, 6 a week right now. I want daily videos, and we can only do it with your help. So subscribe. It's tough right now. I get it. But you know what? Even if the Bears lose out, off season's around the corner. You can start looking for the draft, free agency. Lots of opportunities to improve this roster and improve this team this offseason. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our coverage here on Chicago Bears. Now, it's tough right now, but I promise you, we're not going anywhere, so hit that stuff. But Allen Robinson had another good game. Guess what? That's what he does. 8 catches, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns. In Trubisky's defense, A-Rob dropped a touchdown on the opening drive on a jump ball. That's a play he should make. Cole Kmet dropped an easier one the play before, but hey, it's not like they can get anything out of their second-round pick, but that's neither here nor there. I was impressed with Allen Robinson tonight. I thought he actually played really well overall. Another guy that I thought played pretty well and in a quiet fashion was David Montgomery. Rushed for over 100 yards, caught a touchdown in garbage time, ran hard. The offensive line blocked a little bit better tonight in run blocking schemes. It was nice seeing Cody Whitehair back there. But overall, this team, the energy is just not there from a unit. Certain guys, Montgomery, Robinson, they continue to bring it, especially A-Rob. He's a top 10 wideout. He's having just a monster season for Chicago. But overall, this Bears team, the energy is just not there. It's just lacking overall. It's disappointing. There's a lot of problems on this roster that we have outlined here on Chicago Bears now. There's question marks around the coaching staff, the front office. There are issues throughout this football team, and now this defense is playing well. So that is a very big concern. All right, you're the McCaskies. You're the owner. You're in charge. You have the ultimate authority. What is the first move you would make if you were in charge of the Chicago Bears? I want to know. I'll tell you mine, and then I'm going to let you answer yours in the comment section. What I would do, and I've said this for weeks now. I said this coming into this season. I've thought this for a long time. You got to fire Ryan Pace. You got to fire Pace and go from there. Now, if you want to fire Nagy too, that's fine. I think tonight's further proof that Nagy's not the primary problem. Maybe he's not the solution, but this team doesn't have a quarterback. We all know that. I know you guys want Trubisky to succeed. Hell, I want him to succeed. But there's enough evidence out there that suggests that will not happen. If I'm making a move, I'm firing Pace yesterday. I'm firing him right now. Like, there's just too many problems. This offseason, there was question marks at quarterback and at offensive line. And what did he do? He traded a 4th-round pick for overpriced Nick Foles. Yeah, they restructured his contract, still overpriced. And he didn't address the offensive line. He did not address the offensive line. He signed Jermaine Ifedi and was like, yep, Juan Castillo is going to fix everything. No, he's not. Like, he didn't address the 2 major needs. Now, I had no problem coming into this year and giving Trubisky one more opportunity. I'm fine with that. But if you're going to trade for Nick Foles, why not sign Cam Newton? Like, Nick Foles, it doesn't make sense. And I know Cam Newton had injuries, and I even said, look, it's too risky for me. But for the price tag he signed for, you traded for Foles and restructured his deal, and he's still making $8 million. Like, oh, Ryan Pace, get him out of here. He's got to go. If you want Nagy to go too, I'm fine with that at this point. I still don't mind Nagy. I think he could do well if he had a good quarterback. He just doesn't. Trubisky and Foles are backup quarterbacks in the NFL. Whether you want to believe me or not, that is the truth. That is just what it is. And we saw that again tonight. Trubisky had 3 turnovers and could have had 4 as he fumbled the ball twice and was lucky to recover one of those. And guys, the 2 interceptions, he predetermined those throws. You can't do that in the NFL. You will not get away with predetermining throws in the National Football League. Put up some pointless stats late, but man, not impressed overall from Trubisky tonight. All right, there we go. Packers 41, Bears 25. Funny enough, Bears are only a game back to the last wild card spot because Arizona's lost 2 in a row and they're 6-5. So at 5-6, Bears aren't out of it. They are not completely out of it. I'll run you through the schedule real quick because I have it available for you guys. Lions next week, Texans the week after that. You win both of those, you're 7-6. As bad as it is, you're still in the mix there. And then you probably got to win 2 out of 3 in your final 3. Probably you'll beat Jacksonville, I think, on the road. I hope so. Good grief. Mike Glennon, remember him? Actually played all right for Jacksonville today. At Minnesota versus the Packers. Maybe the Packers have clinched the number 1 seed in Week 17, and you get to play Nick Boyle or whoever the backup quarterback is. But, yeah, not looking pretty for the Bears. 5 straight losses. It's going south quick, but, hey, we're going to continue to break things down here on Chicago Bears Now. So subscribe, hit that big red button. You can follow me on Twitter at HGramNFL. I'm signing off. We'll have videos throughout the week, including Overreaction Monday tomorrow, so don't miss it here on Chicago Bears Now.